3.6 miles, take a slight right turn onto US 24 North. In 1 mile, take a slight right turn onto US 24 North.
Realtor of the Detroit Tigers is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty. To learn more about Glover's Heroes, visit gloversheroes.org. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Time for an oil change. We've got a great deal that can help you get it done. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Pennzoil High Mileage Motor Oil, an STP Extended Life Oil Filter, and an STP Air Filter for just $32.99. And you can get it all fast your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger. Offering
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto US 24
24/7
North.
support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by.
Take a slight right turn.
For the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Call Hall Financial and get pre-approved for your new home today. We're even going to connect you with a top realtor in your area. At Hall Financial, our goal is to get you into your new home as quick and as easy as possible. Get started now. Go to davidhallmortgage.com.
Pull up to Church's today for bonus that's bringing it all. Bringing marinated juiciness and all white meat.
Stay in the left 4 lanes. In 3.2 miles, take a slight right turn to merge onto M10 North toward I-696 West.
NDPHealth.com.
Text SOAP to 72881 for your chance at $1,000.
Be a close second, I think. But Aaron Henry's game kind of translates. They both translate to the NBA. Being able to shoot the three, maybe create their own shot. He was clearly Michigan State's best player. There's no question he was Michigan State's best player. You can't say that about Livers. Was he Michigan's best player? That's up for debate if he was. But with Aaron Henry, there was no debate. And he just does a lot of the little things. He does them well. Doesn't do them great, but he does them well enough. And I think because of all that, good size, I'd probably put my wager on him.
I think that I don't think he shoots the three well enough. It was a Henry or Brown answer for me. Brown shoots the three better, so I'd probably go with him. I like Henry's all-around game better than just in terms of, like, if I were picking a player to win a game at the collegiate level, although when he Shawnee Brown, the specialty of a three-point shooter,
Stay in the left
who's over
5 lanes.
40%, and the ability to defend, I think he's a specialist. I don't think any of these guys are particularly consequential, but I'd probably go with Brown at this point as a specialist. What about you, Kang, if you had to pick one of these four?
If I had to pick one of these four, it's between Aaron Henry and Shawnee Brown for me as well, Doug. I'm going to go with Aaron Henry. He
Take a
does
slight
need to
right turn
develop
to
that
merge onto
three-point shot a
M10
lot more,
north
but
toward
I kind of feel like he's got the body type. He's athletic, of course, but he's got the body type of a guy who I didn't think would make it as much as he has so far in the NBA. That's Karis LeVert. And Karis LeVert became a first-round pick, and I think Henry can kind of mold himself after someone like Karis LeVert. Like I said, he's got to develop that three-pointer, but he is definitely athletic. He's a solid, I think he's solid 6'6" at least. Shawnee Brown is a guy, though, you're right, if he makes it, it's a niche guy. He's got a D up, and he's got a good three-point shot, but he's got to really hone in on those two things to find a roster. Aaron Henry has a better chance of becoming an all-star, if he were to make it, but he might be easier to flame out
Stay
because
in
he
the
doesn't have
second
the
lane
niche,
from right.
which may be defense, but because he's so athletic. But I think I'll go with Henry first, and then Shawnee Brown next.
We're still way word on Franz Wagner, of course.
Use the right lane to
but
take a
Wagner's
slight right
probably-
turn to merge onto
let's face it,
M10
he's the
north
easy
toward
answer.
I-696 west.
If anybody's, if you're going to pick somebody, because he's thought to be a lottery pick.
Yeah, he'll have the best opportunity.
Take a slight right
Like,
turn.
Yeah, but you got all these guys. Seriously, it's getting on the right team too. Has a need. Well, not so sure it's the case with Mike Smith, but Isaiah Livers, Aaron Henry, and Shawnee Brown. If they get on the right team, where they're filling a void that team doesn't have, I could see any of them crafting a role in the
In
league.
2.1
I would bet
miles,
on Brown.
turn right onto Exeter Road.
245, 39, 97, 97. Let's go to Garrett on a Celio 97.1. Hi, Garrett.
Hey, how's it going?
Stay in the right 3 lanes.
I can't say for Henry. I didn't watch any Michigan State games for my life. Michigan players, I honestly think that's the best thing. He just has a liability on the court. He just always doing the right thing at the right time and during his quiet days. Like, he plays something that he's doing in a different country. And I think that, like, in the NBA, like, he might be coming off the bench his entire career, but I think he would be low ground coming off the bench and just doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about defense is I always wonder how the league values defense. When I watch an NBA game, I don't think the league values defense much at all. And yet, Kang, you made the point last week is that when guys do play defense, they're that much more of a wanted commodity because they are willing defenders. And that's why these young Pistons are so fun to watch. They are willing defenders for now.
I know this was a few years ago, but Matthew Dellavedova, remember him, how annoying he was?
Yep.
Stay in the left 3
He's
lanes.
probably earned like $50-60 million in the league. Probably. Honestly, I haven't even looked it up, but Shawnee Brown's more athletic than him. If he can be that annoying on-the-ball defender at all times, we know he can hit an open 3. That's his shot. He's just got to take that, and, like you said, Doug, get on the right team, hopefully, get that opportunity. That's a shot into the league. And at worst, if he wants to play pro ball, go overseas, hone your skills and come back.
At the next light,
Put my money
turn
on Aaron
right.
Henry slightly over Shawnee Brown, but Shawnee Brown making it wouldn't be a complete shocker.
Henry's good seems like so good.
That's what I'm looking at his ceiling, maybe too much,
I
but
feel like this between the ceiling and the floor with Aaron Henry is like big.
At the light,
Shawnee
turn
Brown.
right onto Exeter Road.
It's smaller. It's a smaller variance between ceiling and floor, but I think Henry's ceiling might be a little bit higher. We'll see. I mean, I would advise none of these guys to get an agent, just in case.
Well, the other thing is you don't know how the
1.4
conversation went
miles,
with
turn
the
left onto
respective
West
coaches.
14 Mile Road.
Everybody's got connections. Certainly, Tom Izzo has connections with the NBA. Obviously, Juwan Howard has connections with the NBA. They know. They talk to the guys, and when the players come to the coach and they sit down and try to discuss what's the best option, and they've already done the homework. And maybe they've gotten a blessing from the head coaches and said, look, yeah, absolutely. Guys I've talked to say that you're going to be a first-round pick, or they'll be honest and say, what we have next year is, I don't know how much you're going to grow with us next season. We've got guys coming in. We're going to try and work around and try and get more time to these guys. You're ready to go to the next level. Go ahead and take your best shot.
Well, it's become a weird deal, man, with the transfer portal and immediate eligibility.
Yep.
Let's face it, you're not You're not building programs. You're literally building your roster every single offseason. So you're right. There might be guys that they other years would have kept, and now they're like, time to move on. I got a better kid coming from the transfer portal, or got a clear playing time for this guy or that guy or whatever. But I think you're going to see wild variance from year to year, who's good and who's not in college basketball. No, probably a lot of usual suspects, but I think you can get better in a hurry in that sport. 248-539-9797. It's Carson Anderson, 97.1.
BetMGM welcomes hockey fans to the action with a special offer for new customers. Sign up today and receive $100 in free bets when you place any $1 wager on a Red Wings game, regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use bonus code GATOR100 when you make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Experience hockey and all of your favorite sports like never before with the King of Sportsbook's innovative parlay selection builders, daily promotions, boosted odds specials, and much more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code GATOR100 to automatically receive $100 in free bets when you place a $1 or more wager on any Red Wings game. Hit the ice today and wager with confidence at BetMGM, the official partner of the NHL and the Detroit Red Wings. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. This excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Navien tankless water heaters, the proven
At the
leader in
next stop
condensing
sign,
technology.
turn
Request a Navien because you deserve the best in endless hot water delivery. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com.
This is Andrew Bogish with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? This is the kind of stuff that makes me believe in a higher power. How else do you describe Joe Musgrove throwing the first no-hitter in Padres history Friday night?
At the stop
JPV,
sign,
Andy Bennis,
turn
Eric
left
Chow,
onto
nobody
West
threw
14
one
Mile Road,
over the franchise's
then turn
first
right onto
52
Inkster Road.
seasons. But then a prodigal son of sorts made history at Arlington, Texas. Mark Musgrove has loved the Padres since their first game in 1969. He took his son to games at Jack Murphy Stadium and Petco Park. His son has a tattoo of the Pod's interlocking SD logo, and his son wears number 44 because Peavy wore it. Apparently, the Padres were just waiting for the right man for the job. Someone or something brought Joe Musgrove home from Pittsburgh in January, and
turn
now
right
he's in the
onto
history
Inkster Road.
books. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Napa know-how.
Get a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter for just $26.48. They're like the only couple you don't mind inviting over. They help you with your car, they save you money, and they never display their affection publicly. That's Napa full synthetic and a platinum filter for $26.48. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices not included. Applicable state local taxes and recycling fees. Law for ends 4/30/21.
My stomach.
Don't worry, I've got you covered.
When you have indigestion, upsets in diarrhea. What's that?
It's Pepto-Bismol chews.
Pepto-Bismol's in a chew?
Yeah, they taste great and provide fast relief. And you can always have Pepto-Bismol handy.
Ooh, let me try it.
Try Pepto-Bismol chews for fast relief. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases, to increased orders, to, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward with fast, reliable internet on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses and gives you the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business.
In 1 mile,
Help your
arrive at
business
Inkster
bounce
Road.
forward with this amazing offer. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business. Starting at just $35 each month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megs per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in Equal Bill and Auto Pay required. Call for details.
Are you a real estate agent?
Or have you ever thought about becoming a realtor? Hi, it's Mark Z with eXp. We are now hiring. Most realtors struggle because they don't have enough leads, or they work day and night with no retirement plan. I have a solution that includes company stock, residual income, and a great compensation plan. Come learn from the best. Me, Mark Z, at joinmarkz.com.
Radio.com is now Odyssey. Download the Odyssey app and listen to 97.1 The Ticket and all the sports, news, music, and podcasts that move you.
Arrive at Easterville. Arrived.
Doug. Yes, sir. Listening to it during the break, I'm surprised that your champ of the week wasn't Joe Musgrave.
Yeah, nobody cares. I mean, I try and keep it as local as I possibly can.
You did.
Yep. So yes, first no-hitter in Padre history, which is kind of a dubious honor because they've managed to go all these years without having one. But
I thought for sure they had one in the 70s, like that Randy Jones threw one or something, but I guess not.
Nope.
It's definite no. That's the first in history. But
I mean, look, the thing I like is, God, I'm so glad they went back to the brown. The brown uniforms are so much better than the various stuff. They had one like that was sand and navy a couple years ago. That was awful.
Better than the brown.
The brown is fantastic. It's just a fantastic uniform. Somebody posted something on Twitter that the name Mantha was trending in Montreal. And Anthony Mantha was trending amongst Canadiens fans. Posting. I am not
an hour and 10 minutes away from the deadline. Wonder if anybody's going to get dealt. I think somebody else will be dealt for the Red Wings, but I don't think it's going to be Mantha.
I think it would take I don't want to use the term desperate team, but the kind of offer that would blow our mind. We'd be like, whoa, can't believe somebody offered it for Yzerman to take it. Because, raise your hand if you think Mantha would be better on a team that was good. I think Mantha on a team that was good would be motivated. And look, I know that every time we bring up the name, it brings out a lot of Red Wing fans' frustration. But I think you put him in the right situation and a change of scenery. That's a classic change of scenery guy, isn't it? Classic change.
I think he is a classic change of scenery guy, and I don't necessarily want him to change his scenery because I think he does have a ton of potential. And I think if we could just get the team currently to start adding some more talent to it and be a better team, we'll see that. But that seems awful to say about somebody too, because they should be bringing it every night. But I want to see Bertuzzi come back to this team. I want to see Mo Seider on this team. I want to see, Lucas Raymond join this team. I want to see growth from Zadina and growth from Rasmussen. And Adam Ernie looks like he might be a find. He's got a bunch of goals in the last month or so. And they need to develop these guys. And this is where this is huge on Jeff Blashill. This is what he's supposed to be able to do, is develop the younger players. All right, let's see it. Let's see these guys develop. Is Svechnikov, is he going to be this perpetual waiver guy, or is he actually going to solidify his chance here with the Red Wings? Because I still see talent in Svechnikov. I hope that he can improve on that, but could be closer to the end with the Red Wings than the start of something great.
The feedback coming in, Shawnee Brown has San Antonio written all over him. He would be a great fit. That's from an unnamed texter. It might sound crazy, but I'd say Shawnee Brown would have the best chance in the NBA as a 3-and-D guy. I don't think Aaron Henry has enough offense, and Livers would struggle defensively, and Mike Smith is just too short. That's from Nick in Belleville. Another one here. After watching Duncan Robinson, I believe Shawnee Brown is the best chance. Guy can shoot and is a good defender. So, some of the feedback we got on that. We got Rico here in studio. Well, Rico Beard, how are you?
Good, Doug. How are you?
Not bad.
Hey, Doug, I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
Did your kids hack your phone again?
No, when I texted you over the weekend? No, do you remember that bet by chance?
I vaguely remember the bet, but I was like, is this really Doug sending me these?
It was really me. I had What's that?
It's from Doug's burner.
Yeah.
I was flipping around late Friday night, was it? It was Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the movie 48 Hours was on. And there was a scene in that movie, I'm like, holy crap, Rico and I, a million years ago, had a bet about the name of the bar when Eddie Murphy and Kate's got split up. Eddie Murphy's character went to a bar.
Torches.
Nope. Went to a bar that was popular with the brothers, and Kate's couldn't find him.
Right.
And you and I bet over the name of the bar.
Yes. Gator, I think Torchy's was the bar. It was the redneck bar.
That was a redneck bar. Okay.
And I remember specifically, I have one or the other. I either thought it was Vernon's or Roman's.
Right.
You thought it was the other.
Right.
And it turns out the name of the bar was Roman's.
Right. It was a combination of the two. But that wasn't it. It was afterwards. So I'm joking with Doug, and Doug's like, yeah, Doug called me just a really bad name. I was like, wow.
What did I say?
Wow. We were talking about college bets, and I'm like, well, at least Patrick Ewing's still better than Gary Grant. And he was like,
I said you were right.
Yeah, and then followed by...
He's right. You don't need to say the word.
A-hole.
Okay, or just say the word.
Why don't you just tell me what it is?
It was a bet from a million years ago.
Can I ask you guys a question? This is something we're going to cover on the show today.
Sure.
And it's not flippant. I'm dead serious when I ask.
All right.
Which team is more pathetic? Wings or Tigers? Taking everything into account, taking in that they are in these similar states and time frames of rebuild. And I understand, Wings have a better GM, we know this. But when you look at it, Gator, I heard you breaking it down a little bit with deadline day. Which team is worse off?
I think the Red Wings are.
Okay.
And because I think the Red Wings are years away from coming close to competing. Even for just a playoff spot, I think they're still at least a couple, 3 years away. I think the Tigers, this offseason, upcoming offseason, I think that they're going to be spending some money, and that these rookies that they're giving a chance to play this year, that they have a chance to pan out. So I think that the Tigers will be in a better position, and then even a year after that, again, another year where they can spend some more money, and these younger players should have a chance to develop. I think that the Tigers have a really good chance of getting competitive again in the next few years. The Red Wings, I don't see it.
The Tigers, to get off to the 2-3 start, we keep it in context as best we can, hoping that maybe they can sniff 500 this year. This past weekend was probably this past weekend was as discouraging and probably should be overreacted to the other way. But at the end of the day,
here's an example.
That was
think about this, and you guys follow it. It's like Miguel Cabrera gets hurt. Okay, no problem, right? It happens, and I understand. Like they have torque, and that's going to be a someday thing. No problem. But the idea that when Cabrera gets hurt, they don't have a single first baseman they could bring up who could just be average. And I got to look at Jonathan Scope at first base. That is a morbid job by this organization of even just replacement level development.
I think what I'd like to see, I guess, is, if that's, you're right. Miguel getting hurt is, the only thing that's disappointing about it is he going to reach those milestone numbers this year or not? That's, I think, what all fans care about with Cabrera. They don't expect him to be this great player anymore. But if he's out, okay, great. Let's see something. How about, moving Candelario over to first and you're bringing up Isaac Paredes to play third base and, let's develop him. Is that an answer? I'd rather see that than perhaps what we're going to be going through with guys that are signed to one-year contracts. But, again, you sign these guys to one-year contracts because you hope they can develop and have a good season. You could spin them off for prospects or something halfway through the year. But the time has come where this team needs to start playing their own prospects. And maybe that's the damning thing, is that we don't see those prospects just yet.
I mean, who are the guys that were drafted that didn't pan out? I mean, I guess we're beyond the point where it'd be Stephen Moya filling in at first base, right?
Right. No, Doug, that's what I'm saying is like when you, and again, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. They're both terrible. It was just something I was thinking about, and it's like neither team has even the young core in place yet that you'd be comfortable building around. And you're like, man, and I have this faith in Yzerman that maybe I'm wrong. I just view it like, well, Stevie will figure it out. He's that good of a GM.
Well, Mike, I think that's the difference right there. It's the faith, the blind faith that you have in Yzerman, seeing what he did in Tampa and hoping that he does it here in Detroit.
It's buying him time. His reputation is buying him time, and people are patient with him. So there is that.
But we're going to wrap about the Masters. Go ahead, Gator. I'm sorry.
Let's just say what was disappointing to me, Mike, on Friday, I heard part of the show that you don't want to go fishing with me. I just found out that Mike's a fisherman, and now Mike doesn't want to go fishing.
I go 12 to 15
he's a
times in my
professional
life.
angler.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Get out of your system.
He's a professional Gator. He has one of those shirts that looks like a NASCAR shirt with all the different advertisers.
Yeah, I know.
It's something if I'm invited, I generally say yes. It's a good time. Good way to drink a few beers and have a good time. You know, whatever. We'll talk about our morbid teams and the Masters, and there's a Matsuyama moment that I think is awesome. Did you see the airport stuff?
Yes. Oh, God, I love it. Just love it.
It's one of the best photos ever.
Right, it really is.
Casually with a Masters jacket draped over the chair, waiting for that connection.
It'd be so great. Sorry, sir, is this your stuff? Can I sit here?
You just won the Masters
jacket.
They're talking about how your net worth could be north of $1 billion because of this.
Right.
What are you doing not flying private?
He's flying coach.
He's on the phone in sweats, looking like, is this your jacket? Yeah, it kind of is.
You just won $2 million for winning the Masters.
Right. It's amazing. So we got a lot to do.
Gentlemen, have a great show. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Treat each other with respect. 97.1.
Protecting your family and your possessions. There's very little in life that ranks higher on a daily to-do list than that. And the first line of defense in that protection is literally the roof over your head. It's a barrier to the brutal extremes of the sun, the wind, the rain, the hail, and the winter. Oh, the Michigan winters. They prey upon weaknesses in your roof like a lion on a gazelle. Luckily, you have Victor's Roofing on your side. Victor's Roofing has more 5-star reviews than any other roofing company in Michigan. Victor's Roofing offers a free video inspection of your roof. Victor's Roofing offers a lifetime leak-free guarantee. And Victor's Roofing will repair or replace your roof quickly, efficiently, and leave the area around your home cleaner than they found it. Guaranteed. Protecting your family and your home is a big job. Don't go it alone. Call Victor's Roofing today for a free roof inspection and estimate. 734-773-1100 or book an appointment online at victorsroofing.com. victorsroofing.com.
Guys, we need to clear a path here.
Indeed knows unexpected employee turnover can stall your business.
Right, John.
Like at Chris's Logistics Company, to avoid things grinding to a halt, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up and see how healthy your gut can feel. Align contains a quality probiotic strain developed by gastroenterologists. It adds more good bacteria to your gut to naturally help soothe your occasional digestive upsets with continued daily usage. This is the time to join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up from the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic brand. Sign up at AlignProbiotics.com.
Attention, Michigan. Do you really want a new car? But it's not so good. But you still owe money on your trade. But you still can't afford a large down payment. It's time to bring your butt to Alonzi Land Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
3 p.m. How's that work? Text me.